My name is Robert Kirkpatrick. I direct the Global Pulse Initiative in the Secretary General's office here at UN headquarters in New York. Global Pulse is an innovation initiative of the Secretary General that is looking at how to harness the power of big data for crisis resilience and international development. Big data is the phenomenon that we've seen really explode in the last few years, where people all around the world, just by going about their daily lives, are generating vast quantities of digital data as we buy and sell goods, as we search for information, as we share our lives on social networks. We're generating huge volumes of data. By some estimates, more data was created in 2011 than in all of the rest of human history combined back to the invention of the alphabet. Well, there are two basic sources of information, of big data, if you will. One of these is the open web. There's a ton of information out there, from online news to social media, where people are talking with each other and sharing their lives through pictures, through video, through conversation. You can analyze this data for keywords the same way that marketing organizations do, for example, but looking for different patterns. At the same time, there's a lot of data that isn't public that's being collected behind firewalls. Here we're talking about the data generated as people communicate over mobile phones. We're talking about consumption data, transaction data. Some of that data, we believe, is an incredibly powerful source of understanding what's going on. So it's been shown that in East Africa, for example, where most people use prepaid mobile phone services, that when you're earning a decent amount of money, you tend to buy $10 at a time, for example, on your mobile phone card in terms of credit. But as you lose income, you move to frequent, smaller increments. So you might see someone shifting to 20 or 30 cents at a time. If we could see that pattern coming from a mobile phone network in a particular province of a country, that is an indicator that something is going on that we need to know about. They've lost income. We don't know whether it's because they're sick or because there have been floods or the crops have failed, but that's a sign that people are in trouble. Well, at Global Pulse, we have a lot of expertise from UN agencies in nutrition and health and education, poverty, but we don't have the expertise in big data. What we need is partners in the private sector who have expertise in data analytics and data visualization, who can work with us to do this research on all these new forms of data and help us figure out how to use it for international development. So we're looking this year to put together a consortium of companies who can start charting a way forward.